And as we know, Mr. Lewis is a banking veteran of 30 years. Ralph holds a degree in banking from the Institute of Canadian Bankers and is also a certified financial counselor. He has spent many years in senior management positions in various financial institutions in the Cayman Islands. In September 2016, the newspaper was upgraded to the international format and today is considered a major news outlet in the Cayman Islands. And on that note, I'd like to say good morning to Mr. Ralph Lewis, CEO of Caymanian Times. And Ralph is joining us via a link. Good morning, Ralph.
Good morning, Anita, and it's great to be here again.
Man, you sound like you're in a room right next to me. Mask and all.
No mask here.
No mask here today either, at least not for this segment. But glad that you can join us this morning, Ralph. Thank you so much for taking your time out. I know you're a busy man. You're doing so many things. You're wearing so many hats, including that DJ hat. But we're glad to have you on the show this morning.
Yes.
Now, Ralph, the last time we spoke on the Business Buzz, I can't remember exactly when. You said you had a July. Susan says, right? July. Susan, you better be right. Somebody's going to check that. Back in July, you did mention that you had a surprise coming, and you didn't want to tell me, and I was so disappointed. But we saw and we heard what that surprise was. You came up with a new interview series, The Panel. So you went from print to on air.
Right.
So, Ralph, give us a sense of how Caymanian Times, the new segment, The Panel, came about, because you didn't want to tell me the last time, and what it's designed to achieve.
Yes. Well, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Susan, and good morning, Anita.
Good morning.
I'm here in Cayman Brac right now.
Oh, we're jealous. Susan is jealous, especially.
Yes, I'm in my hotel room, and I set up a studio in here. And the reason why I'm here is to test the internet capabilities in the Cayman Islands, especially from the Brac, and see how it will affect me broadcasting from all three islands.
Wow,
nice. And that's why I'm here, and we're actually very pleased with the new broadband fiber that has been established by Flow. And as you can see, it's seamless. You can't even tell the difference. So I'm here in my hotel room with my screens and my microphone and my headphones, and I'm speaking as if I'm, as if I'm in Cayman.
You're loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You as well. As you know, we have a new normal, and that's COVID has changed everything. And so we have to be, careful where we go. So we tend to be a lot more using technology, and also, for example, Zoom, and he'll link today with you. And that's why we keep everybody safe. Perfect example of how it's done. And, without any interruptions. Well, let's talk about the panel. I was concerned that there was no forum, or there was an additional forum for a serious conversation. And being to the press briefings, people always said, Ralph, you like your questions, they're all serious questions, and you know what, but that's a press briefing. We wanted to get some input from the private sector, from individuals, the movers and shakers, people in the community who had a lot to say but didn't have a forum. So we created a panel, and it's a 1-hour podcast aired every Thursday night, like tonight, from 8 p.m. until 9. We record it live, and then we broadcast it afterwards. But the whole idea is to have a serious conversation on topics of the day with individuals from the community. And that's what the panel is all about.
When do you have that rebroadcast, Ralph?
Well, right now we are rebroadcasting it on our YouTube and Facebook pages.
Okay.
And it's available for anyone to see. But we are speaking with Radio Cayman management on having a special segment where we sponsor that rebroadcast. So Radio Cayman listeners can actually hear our broadcast either by radio or also online. And we're working on that right now. So hopefully in the future, we'll have a slot there that sometime during your broadcasting schedule where you can hear the panel.
And that's what we call networking. Good networking.
Right. Exactly.
So, is the panel, the series, a weekly, or is that
Yes.
a daily feature?
It's a weekly feature every Thursday night.
You just said that actually. Right. Yes, Anita.
The weekly series, the daily series is coming, And I like surprises, but I'll let this one come out right away.
Okay.
We're working on Money Matters. It's going to be a daily series in January where we talk
Hmm.
about the finances and those sort of things.
And
That's coming
we
in.
know you're good at that, Ralph. So we look
Well, that's,
forward to that.
yes.
Now, so far, what topics have been covered, if you can remember, just in a
Y-
nutshell, and
Well,
and just mention some of the guests that you featured so far.
of course. Well, the reason for the whole panel was to talk about timely topics. And so, with COVID on us, we were looking to open the borders when we started the
Hmm.
broadcast. I wanted to talk about the sensitive topics that were happening. So, we focused mainly on COVID, how we were preparing for the reopening. And now we're going to be talking about what is happening and how it's really working out and how it's affecting the community. Also, tonight's session is going to be with Mr. Michael Miles, and we will be talking about employment and retooling Caymanian workforce to move forward in the new in the new normal. So that's what we're talking about tonight: employment. But the whole idea is to talk about those topics that people have on their tongues and are concerned about: COVID, the reopening, education, employment, a number of topics. But it will be on a timely basis relating to what's happening on that day. Individuals who have appeared on our panel last week, we have a deputy governor, Mr. Franz Manderson. We thank you for coming on. We had a very nice 1 hour conversation, and actually we talked about the program committee's reopening plans for Cayman, what was put in place. We had over 15,000 views on that panel.
Wow.
So that was what we had. That, and I must say, my co-hosts on the panel are Mr. Roy Bodden and Mr. Mario Ebanks, and they had been with me from the time we started nine seasons, nine recordings ago, and so they sort of jump into the conversation and ask those difficult questions as well. We also had on one topic we had Mr. Shamari Scott. That was a great one as well. And then the one I liked was we had Mr. Woody Foster, we talked from representing Reopen Cayman. We had Mr. Mark Langevin from CETA, and we
Hmm.
also had the gentleman, the head of Chamber of Commerce, and he was the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce. I can't remember his name right now, but he was on that panel with those gentlemen that night. So we are really moving forward.
Okay, so I'll guest host one of these days for you, Ralph. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
well,
just kidding.
well, that's the plan. That's the plan. To have individuals from the community come on, and they have a lot to say, and so therefore we are working on having people who are interested, who want to have a serious conversation. Now, it's not just general chatter. It's about having a topic that we start to look into, and we ask questions and we get answers. And we have a discussion on that topic.
Okay. Do you plan on say take for instance if you don't cover that topic on that particular panel that night, would you continue? Maybe the following week or weeks to come. Is that something you'll do?
Yes, and actually, the panel tonight is speaking about retooling Caymanians, and that topic came from Mr. Shamari Scott's interview or conversation where we're talking about Caymanians in the workforce and how talented they are,
Hmm.
and the concern about tourism sector being impacted. And so we were talking about, okay, how do we get our people ready to jump into that new workforce? And so we spoke about retooling. And so Mr. Michael Miles is going to talk about that tonight.
What has been the feedback from your viewers so far, Ralph?
Well, we're averaging about 8,000 views on per panel. We're not seeing a huge take up in the night. We chose a spot at 8 p.m. at night, but we understand it's a very, very busy time and schedule for listeners, but everything takes time. I didn't get to where I was with Caymanian Times overnight. It took me almost 10 years to get where I'm at, and you remember those journeys. And uh, and so therefore it will take time. So we get about maybe 20 to 30 people online on live. But the good thing about technology is that YouTube and Facebook records those sessions, and they're there for people to read at their leisure. So if you go on our Cayman Times Facebook page or YouTube pages, you'll see all the interviews and conversations there available for everyone. And that's the good thing about technology and the social media. I always talk about social media should complement our business, and this is one of those things that we do on social media.
Ralph, in retrospect, you went from the Employment Weekly. I remember that. It was almost, was it one page, right? Back and front and back?
I feel more than one page, but it was like it was like a magazine.
Yeah, but it was really nice, Yes. But you went from that and then into Cayman Times, and now you've added the panel.
Yes.
And we can watch this. It's archived. We can go back and watch it years after, I guess. Yes. And how do you feel about that transition? You must be excited.
Well, if you know me and my background, I was always supporting technology. I remember when I created my own job site, it was like, okay, an option to advertise jobs rather than put them in the paper, or that was an additional outlet. Now, at that time, the Cayman Island wasn't ready for it yet. Now we have it's all now to the forefront. Mm-hmm. And so you can see how things were going. I'm always for technology, and I've learned that, okay, you can't get away from the newspaper. That people love the newspaper, and newspapers are here to stay. But we have to find a way of using both channels of communication effectively. And so where you cannot listen to me and hear my voice on in the newspaper, you can just turn on your computer or your cell phone and you can hear it live. And that's where we want to cover all areas of communication.
Now, Ralph, before we go to a quick break, how do the goals that you have for your newspaper align with your, well, I have to say newspaper and the series, align with your readers and your viewers' expectations?
Okay. Before I answer that question, I want to apologize to Mr. Mike Gibbs. I couldn't remember his name just a while ago, but he's the Chamber of Commerce president that I referred to. He was on one of our shows. Now, there is space for all types of media. And I wanted Cayman Times or Cayman Weekly to be that voice for serious conversation. I don't take any sides. I always am neutral, politically neutral. I don't take sides. I'm not supporting any particular party. I want to give news as it is. I want to educate. And that's why our goal is educate and motivate and provide information. And so that is falling right in line with our goal from time we established this platform. And we're just growing. As mentioned, we plan to have a radio station sometime, in the future, or partner with another radio station, maybe Radio Cayman. But it's about information and communicating to the public with an unbiased platform, which is so essential for news outlets in the world today.
I absolutely agree with you, Ralph. Ralph, if you just hold that link for a while, you've got internet over there, so in Cayman Brac, so I know you'll be holding that line and you won't be dropping out anytime soon. I want to say thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, Optical Outlook, Cayman Medical Supplies, and don't forget, we now have Brac Medical Supplies in Cayman Brac, and our new sponsor, TCE Paint. Thank you all for coming on board and supporting the Business Buzz on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Mr. Ralph Lewis, CEO of Cayman Times.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Captain Livingston Anderson, 1873-1944.
Captain Anderson was a well-known and successful ship owner and sea captain, one of the only black ship owners and master mariners in Cayman at the time. He owned the sloop Panama in the early 1900s and piled a regular cargo trade between Panama and San Blas Islands. He He also raised cattle, ran a plantation, and raised horses for rental. He was well respected by all business owners in Cayman, a pioneer for black business ownership at the time when business ownership was heavily skewed along racial lines. He was married to the former Catherine L.V. Mackenzie, and the couple had 5 children.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Now open on the sister island, Brack Medical Supplies. Located at 403 Gerard Smith Avenue, next to the Alexander Hotel. Open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Telephone number 948-2228. Brack Medical Supplies.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Where did you find the money to renovate your home?
I didn't need to. I painted my whole house for only $50 with TCE Paint Shop.
Christmas season is here. Before you host that festive dinner, spruce up your Caymanian home with TCE Paint Shop. Christmas special inventory sell-off. Combo indoor super paint, flat indoor, and primer in 7 colors. Only $50 for a 5-gallon bucket. That is an amazing 80% savings.
Erase 2021. Make your home fresh and jolly this Christmas season.
Sherwin-Williams, 150 years strong.
The TCE Paint Shop Christmas Special is only available in the main store at 27 Godfrey Nixon Way. Give them a call at 943-0565.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
Business Buzz. Anita Khan.
Now that's a commercial that will get you moving. Move it. Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our Thursday edition of the Business Buzz. It's December 2nd. Where is the month rolling down to? Well, we know Christmas, right? And eventually New Year's Eve. We'll be talking to the folks from NDC in the second segment this morning. But right now, we're having that discussion with the CEO of Caymanian Times newspaper, Mr. Ralph Lewis. Ralph is currently in a hotel in Cayman Brack. Good morning again, Ralph. Thanks for hanging with us this morning.
Good morning, Susan. It's great to be here too.
And it's Anita.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anita.
Susan get called Anita and I get called Susan. So we switch it up sometimes. That's how we do things around here. We just, we switch it up. Ralph, do you believe that companies should implement effective ways of communicating with their employees? You've been in the business for a long time. And, the reason we're asking you this because you're looking at, we know that this is a hobby for you. That's why it's so much fun. But there's the business element of the whole, print business. And now you're into broadcasting. So anyway, let me go back to that again. Do you believe that companies should implement effective ways of communicating with their employees so that everyone is basically on the same page to deliver optimal service for their customers?
Yes, and that is such a serious topic. Effective communication is critical to the success of any business. And not only business, but governments, communities, lives, relationships, marriages. Communication is key, as we always say.
Yep.
And that's why effective communication is so important to companies. I remember having weekly meetings every Monday morning with my staff at Cayman National Bank because it was so critical. Now with social media and Zoom capabilities and the new normal, we can also still have those meetings. We don't just have to be in the same room, but we can still have those meetings and have it at people's convenience.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, yes, it's critically important.
Okay. Now we've seen this pandemic has surely put things into place for a lot of for companies, like you just mentioned, Zoom. I mean, Zoom.
Yes.
Who knew about Zoom? Susan, you knew about Zoom? Maybe it was way back somewhere, but the way that Zoom just made put your office into your home or your home into your office, whichever way you want, it's been amazing. And we can only say that technology has improved our lives,
Yes.
And you have moved with that technology, Ralph. I have to tell you. I think Mr. Banks would agree with you that years ago when we kicked off when Radio Cayman kicked off in Cayman Brack, how many years, Susan? 2 years ago? 42. Oh, I'm thinking 2 years. Okay, there's got to be something missing there. 42 years ago, we started broadcasting live from Cayman Brack, and it wasn't that easy, and it wasn't that sounding good as we do now. So now we know. Now, what communication trends do you think, Ralph, we all need to look for in 2022?
Well, we have to use technology, definitely. That's the way the world is going. And we have to find inexpensive ways. Well, I'm here operating with a $200 microphone, $100 camera, and my laptop, and just using fiber from the flow in Cayman Brack. And you wouldn't tell the difference. I'm like on a professional radio station with all those fancy equipment.
And our special link. Don't forget that. We're not giving that secret out. That's a state secret, okay?
Special link. Okay.
And Susan's special link.
Exactly.
And our engineer.
Exactly, and she's great at that too.
Yes, ma'am.
So businesses have to look at those communications. You cannot, of course, remember your clients, and that's why we've kept the newspaper going. And one of the reasons why I'm Cayman Brack this week as well is to let everyone know that we're going to start selling it in Cayman Brack from next week. It's 50 cents a newspaper, and we will give it for free ever since. And so Grand Cayman went to 50 cents per paper in February. And now it's Cayman Brack starting to contribute to how we keep this thing going. But a lot of people still read the newspapers around the world. It's not going to go away. That feel in your hand, those beautiful pictures, they're not going to go away. We even have it online. You can get the actual newspaper online as well. So that newspaper will not go on. But you have to use other channels because you want to reach the younger folks. And they love Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg made sure of that. And, of course, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube is happening. We cannot ignore that. So we have to use every form of communication. And don't forget that one-on-one conversation with people. People still want to talk to you. They may not see you on face-to-face, but they can also go on your cell phone and use one of those live recordings. So therefore, we have to use every single form of communication, whether it be newspapers, using your WhatsApp face-to-face, using your YouTube, using Radio Cayman, using television when we get one, using television when we get one full time. But for now, Don is doing her thing at GIS, CIGTV. Every single channel counts because we have a lot of people who do things differently, and their times don't allow for one channel. So to reach everyone, to communicate, business have to find every single channel out there.
And Ralph, I still believe in my newspaper because I'm a hoarder. I like to cut out and keep,
Yes.
There's an article in the newspaper. I like to cut it out and keep it. I can go online, and search for it, but it's nothing like cutting it out and just keeping it. Another state. Go ahead, Ralph.
And one thing I would like to say is that I learned to read from a newspaper. You see, the thing is that when you print something, you have to make sure that it is accurate. Otherwise, you're in some serious problems. Facebook and some other online channels may say things that are not accurate, or they're not really, they may be misleading at times, but the print newspaper has to be accurate. And so therefore, when you refer to something that's accurate, you want to get a newspaper in your hand. Because if I print something that's wrong, there is a physical print. You can't take it back. You can't delete it because it's out there. I can't remove it or take it down from on the internet because it's printed already. So people rely on that for their credible source of information. And like you said, people keep them in their houses for years. I know. I can't let a secret out, but I'll say today. Our Minister of Health, she still has the first Cayman Weekly edition for 2013 in her archives.
Wow.
And I know she does. Sabrina, she still has it. But like I said, the newspaper and archives, you can't get away from it. And it's just about having it in your hand. You have the date on top. You have the name of the publication. Everything is right there in newspaper. So it's a treasure and a record that even the National Archives keep them. So just tell
Ralph, we're running out of time here. We've got to make the way for the news at 8. Just quickly, just a reminder of listeners where your office is located and what's the best way to reach you.
Well, the best way to reach me today is online at 8 p.m., the panel. And it's on YouTube and Facebook. But we are located on Walker's Road, number 19, right next to Tomlin's Furniture. That's where office is. And 916-2000 is my number. It's 24/7.
Ralph, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you all the best with your new panel series. I look forward to more great things from you and maybe a second newspaper. In the meantime, have yourself a wonderful Christmas. Stay safe, and we'll see you back in Grand Cayman soon.
Thank you, Anita, for having me. It's really a pleasure to be here.
It's the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. Susan's ready for your news. See you at the bottom of the traffic report.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
Have you got everything sorted for the party?
I sure do. Venue's booked, invites have been sent, and catering hasn't been ordered.
Don't stress. I always order my catering from Foster's, and they have a new menu packed with everything from wings and empanadas to Vietnamese lettuce wraps, a build-your-own taco platter, along with vegan and gluten-free options.
And for something sweet, I'll order a cake from Foster's Bakery. Done.
Plus, it's super easy to order everything online. Just go to fosters.ky/catering. Foster's. Better catering because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. News is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Are you aware of the performance of your pension plan? The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan provides quarterly fund fact sheets for our members to stay informed with the plan's performance. For the year ended 30th of April, 2021, the various life cycle funds have provided returns between 10.5% and 43.2%. And our all-in expense ratio for year ended 30th of June, 2020 is currently the lowest it's ever been. Cayman, 0.72%. Visit chamberpension.ky to review our fund fact sheets. You can see the performance as far back as 10 years. Remember that pensions are a longer-term investment strategy. Focus on the long term rather than the short-term returns. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan continues to perform for you.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The former premier adds his voice to the budget debate in Parliament, starting with an assertion that if he was still in charge, the reopening of Cayman's borders would have been handled, quote, very differently.
Without question, at some point, the country had to reopen. But I don't know who thought the point to reopen was when the virus was at its highest peak in terms of spread through the community, because that's where we are now.
The Honourable Alden McLaughlin did praise government for the success of the vaccination program, reaching a target his side during the previous administration, quote, never thought possible.
But, Mr. Speaker, the disaster of having allowed the community spread of the virus to the extent that it currently is presents a major obstacle to the two main goals that any government would have. One, reopening so that our tourism business can start to come back. And two, that local business would start to be able to get the benefit of this new economic activity.
Mr. McLaughlin says this level of community spread is, quote, scaring residents away from things like events, bars, restaurants, and stores. He added it's also a risk for visitors.
And if you test positive for the virus, you are then going to be condemned to your hotel room until you test negative. Now, who is going to not volunteer for that? Who's going to pay for that privilege?
The Premier told MPs the PAC-led government must put in place stronger enforcement policies with regards to COVID-19 regulations to help slow the spread of the virus. Other MPs who contributed to the debate on Wednesday included Joey Hugh, David White, Barbara Connolly, Isaac Rankin, the Honourable Kathleen Ebanks-Wilkes, and Heather Bodden. Proceedings are set to resume later this morning, so make sure to tune into our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, to hear the proceedings live. In other news, this week, the Health Services Authority and Cayman Islands Red Cross are offering a week of free HIV and STI testing, wrapping up tomorrow. Deputy Director of the Red Cross, Carolina Fajeda, says fear often holds people back from moving forward with testing, but finding out if something is wrong sooner rather than later is the best way to deal with sexually transmitted diseases.
It's like we don't talk so much about syphilis now just because of the fact that, we do have the medication and it's like it's treatable, but, we leave something like that long enough and then suddenly goes from one stage to the next and it becomes increasingly more difficult to deal with as time progresses. So I think it's about kind of getting over that initial hump of, that fear of like, oh my goodness, something might be wrong or I might really actually need this and stuff, which is why we encourage people to get tested regularly.
For more information, you can email laura.whitefield@hsa.ky or call 244-2507. And tonight, the Cayman Arts Festival presents a special piano performance. CAF's Marius Gaina tells Radio Cayman tonight's performance will feature Cheska Mia Daniels, Charles Henderson, Hadassah Blake, Johan Hui, and Adelaide Walton.
It's a 1-hour event where we will present a new wave of young and talented pianists. If in the past 2-3 years we had some amazing pianists that we promoted them in various events, and including something similar like we'll have tomorrow, now all those young pianists, they are studying abroad, so we just need to focus again on a new generation of young performers.
It's taking place from 6 to 7 p.m. at St. George's Anglican Church, rather than the traditional venue of the Georgetown Public Library.
As all of us were aware, these new restrictions, we are not able to have the events at the library in Georgetown, so we decided to have our events at Anglican Church, St. George's. Of course, social distancing required and all the regulations that they are in place, but we are grateful that the church board accepted us there for our events.
Tickets are $20 for adults and $5 for kids. For more information, head to CaymanArtsFestival.com. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has warned that Europe could be returning to what he called the nightmare of military confrontation. At a European Security Conference in Sweden, Mr. Lavrov expressed fears about US plans to place intermediate-range nuclear missiles in Europe. The US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, warned that Russia would face serious consequences if it pursued confrontation with Ukraine. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Please be advised that the pension contribution holiday has been extended until 31st of March 2022. Employers and plan members should ensure arrangements are in place for salary deductions and remittance following this date. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan, keeping you informed. For further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. We're here for you.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
It's about time I upgrade my life.
Wait, you win money?
No, even better. I plan to pursue some CXC qualifications. Time to learn something new and earn a better salary.
Man, our CXC day is done.
No, man, you can still get CXC qualifications through a private learning institution after you've left secondary school. Just visit cxc.org for their full list of exams and contact the Ministry of Education for registration details.
Explore your full potential with a qualification from CXC.
The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. We're a not-for-profit, member-centric plan with a democratically elected volunteer board of trustees representing all sectors of the Cayman Islands economy. Chamber Pension has an all-in expense ratio of 0.80%, over 16,000 members, and US $463.6 million in assets under management. We were the first multi-employer pension plan approved by the regulator in the late 1990s, and today we are still strong, secure, and are here for our employees and employers alike. If you would like to join or request further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you.
It's big, it's hot, and it's sizzling. Take 25% off all fabrics at Super Stitch Fabrics. 3 days only. Thursday, December 2nd, Friday, December 3rd, and Saturday, December 4th. Fabric for dresses, fabric for skirts, fabric for blouses. Super Stitch even has fabric to cover your chairs and your what's it not.
No, me what's it not.
It's the biggest fabric clearance of the year, so don't miss it. 25% off all fabrics. Super Stitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasador Place, Smith Road, still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
The 8:10 a.m. Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
Pan American Life Insurance Group can help you take your employee benefit solution to the next level. For more than 110 years, millions of people have trusted PALIG because we've always delivered on our promise. PALIG is the only insurer providing group policies to as few as 3 employees and has the ability to combine life, health, disability, and income protection to provide you and your employees with a complete employee benefits package. Let us customize your employee benefits solution today. Call us at 949-8304 or visit our office at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, or visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 81 degrees. Relative humidity is 83%. The barometric pressure is 30.03 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east at 8 knots. Overnight low temperature was 77 degrees. Synopses indicate moderate to fresh northeasterly winds and moderate to rough seas will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours in association with a high-pressure system building over the southeastern United States. Satellite images show a few clouds over the Cayman area that are drifting towards the southwest. Another forecast for today calling for fair to partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will rise to the mid-80s. Winds will be east to northeast at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts, and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Tonight, fair to partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will dip to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be northeast at 15 to 20 knots, and seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. Small craft should exercise caution over open waters from late tonight. High tide will be this morning at 8:28, low tide this afternoon at 2:31, and a high tide again tonight at 7:30. The sun will set this evening at 5:45 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:45. And the outlook is calling for an increase in cloudiness and showers from Saturday morning as a surface trough moves just south of the Cayman area.
The 8:10 a.m. Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
We at Pan American Life Insurance Group are here to help you protect your family and your income. For more than 110 years, millions of people have trusted PALIG because we have always delivered on our promise. Life insurance is not only about death, but also about living benefits. We'll help you secure the life insurance, accident and sickness disability income you need to protect you and your family. Call us today at 949-8304 or visit our office, Unit 221 Cannon Place East, North Song Road, or visit www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by Encourse Cayman. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, tell a friend. Having an accountability partner is often helpful in achieving your goals. Let your parents and partner know what you are planning or doing. Sharing with others also helps us to develop the ideas and our vision. Writing down your goals can help to solidify them for you and help you to stay accountable.
Change your thinking and change your life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by Encourse Cayman. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. Encourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look at what's happening on our roads. Heavy traffic coming from the east on the Linford Pearson Highway and coming off of Agnes Way. And traffic steady on Huldah Avenue. Busy traffic coming from the east on Crew Road. And heading east on Crew Road, traffic is free-flowing. Light to moderate traffic flow on Owen Roberts Drive and coming from the West Bay four-way stop. Not looking too bad as traffic is flowing nicely. On the West Bay Road, moderate flow of traffic in both directions. And as we look to Godfrey Dixon Way and Eastern Avenue, traffic is flowing at a good pace. And Edward Street, no issues. Light traffic on Owen Roberts Drive. Have you seen accidents or incidents happening on Cayman's roads? Give us a call here at Radio Cayman, 949-6990. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. Have a good morning and click it or ticket.
At Subway, we caramel a lot about our customers, so we decided to give you 2 treats in one with the new Caramel Apple Cookie. Enjoy cinnamon apples, caramel bits, and salted caramel crunch baked in, and topped with a drizzle of caramel-flavored icing. Gooey, crunchy, and yummy. Complete your Subway sandwich, pizza, or salad with the delicious Caramel Apple Cookie or any other cookie flavor and dessert, available for limited time at all Subway locations. Subway, eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Kirk Freeport's $40,000 Christmas Sweepstakes is back. Once again, simply spend $100 at your favorite Kirk Freeport store, and you could win one of 3 $5,000 cash prizes, one of 5 $1,000 cash prizes, and many other great prizes throughout December. All purchases of $100 before noon on Christmas Eve qualify for all remaining prize draws. And don't forget the annual Kirk Freeport Rolex watch prize draw for all entries, held on January 4th. Full details on kirkfreeport.com. Merry Christmas from everyone at Kirk Freeport.
Healthcare Pharmacy, caring about your health for the past 25 years. Radio Cayman's premier health show.
Alzheimer's and dementia, are they the same disorder?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush. Is heard on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. and on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor, where they care about your health. Transfer and refill your prescription online. Visit healthcarepharmacy.ky or call 947-8900. Healthcare Pharmacy, now with a new and second location in Governor's Square. The new Healthcare Pharmacy in Governor's Square is open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host,
Anita Khan. Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our second segment, and we're pleased to have in the studio the folks from National Drug Council, NDC. And I just want to let you know that this year marks 21 years since the inception of the program. And the program is the NDC Purple Ribbon Bus Campaign, the Designated Driver Program, and the 345 Arrive Alive Pledge.
That's right.
Now, these are a partnership between the NDC and local organizations to provide these services. Now, we have in the studio Ms. Delissa Hernandez, and we'll be joined in a few minutes by PC Jody Ann Powry. She's with a police media officer. She's a police media officer with the Media and Communications Unit at the RCIPS. And Delissa, you are the Prevention and Information Officer over at NDC. So you're here first. We'll welcome Jody Ann in just a few minutes. Good morning, Delissa.
Good morning, Miss Anita. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're normally on the interviewing end.
Yes, I know. This side is fun, though.
It's fun, right?
I'm okay
Less
with
pressure?
No. Definitely more pressure.
Yeah, more pressure.
Yeah, so we're really excited to talk about the Arrive Alive campaign today. And like you said, it is a 21st anniversary. Last year was such an amazing experience. It was my second year at the National Drug Council with this program. And, we partnered with another media house as well as with, Radio Cayman, and focusing on getting the information out there when it comes to our services, but of course the things that we do in the community to ensure that our community is safe, and particularly for the holiday season. And with that being said, this year we are still in partnership with Compass Media. As we know, Compass Media overtook the Hurley's Media brand. But this is now our third year with this organization, and we're really excited. As mentioned, Arrive Alive 345 is the umbrella of three of these campaigns: the Designated Driver, the Purple Ribbon Bus, and the Purple Ribbon Pledge. And of course, the Purple Ribbon... the Designated Driver actually launched yesterday, the 1st of December. So people can head out to their favorite restaurant or their favorite watering hole. And, if they're a designated driver, they will get free non-alcoholic beverages all evening as long as they present, first of all, as they acknowledge the fact that they are the designated driver and or present their purple ribbon key ring. That will be, they could use the ones that they got last year, or they can ask the server if that is available at that restaurant. We're still doing deliveries, so we may not have reached out to the Eastern districts quite yet, but we are definitely headed out, and we're getting them out earlier than we did last year, so we're really excited about that. But we're really also very happy to be able to promote this service here on the actual airwaves, as well as have this available to both residents and visitors this holiday season. And then, of course, the Purple Ribbon Bus for New Year's Eve.
Okay. So we have, just so the listeners know this, we have the Purple Ribbon Bus campaign. That's one thing. Then there's the Designated Driver program, which you launched yesterday. And then you have the 345 Arrive Alive Pledge. So these are three different things.
Yeah. So to
keep us safe.
Yeah. The Arrive Alive is like the house.
Okay.
And then the 3 is the Designated Driver, the bus, and then the pledge under that house, under the Arrive Alive.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
yes,
now, before we get into the nitty gritty, let's just deal with one at a time.
Okay.
Let's start with the Arrive Alive Pledge, a 345 Arrive.
I know it's a tongue twister.
Arrive Alive Pledge.
Yes. Well, the Arrive Alive 345 Purple Ribbon Pledge aspect has already launched. Compass Media, obviously, every year they have the actual ribbons that you place on your cars and to show that you have made the decision to be alcohol free for the holiday season. They have those available, and you can contact them and sign up on their website for taking the pledge and collect those now they're not magnets, they're actual stickers. So the stickers you can actually put on your car window. You can remove it, put it on another area if you didn't like it there. It's not like a one that stays forever. And it doesn't leave that residue.
That you just pull out and, okay.
Yeah, so
nice.
that's really good because, a lot of people don't really want to get their windows messed up and that kind of thing. So that was a really good addition. So basically, like I said, once you decided to take the pledge to be sober and be the designated driver or just not drink at all this holiday, you will take the pledge, log on to the Compass Media website and take that online pledge. It's just really quickly, like maybe 5 seconds. To put your name in, I think, and just, register, and then you can head on over to Compass Media and collect that sticker.
The sticker, okay. And then the Designated Driver program.
Right.
Which was launched yesterday.
Yesterday, yes.
Okay.
So the National Drug Council has had, like we said, this this part of the campaign as well as the Purple Ribbon Bus campaign for over 20 years. And yesterday was the very first day for 2021 that designated drivers can head out and collect their keyring if they don't have one already, and present that to server, and they can get free non-alcoholic beverages, whether it be water, coffee, tea, a soft drink, a juice, whatever it is that you and the server decide on. That whole night or whole time that you're out, you will have that for free.
And they're not allowed to sneak any.
No, please don't. Santa is watching.
Just want to make sure that they know. Okay, yes. And now, okay, we'll talk about the Purple Ribbon Bus campaign as we get into our discussion this morning. At this time, I'd like to welcome PC Jody Ann Powery. Good morning,
Hi,
Jody Ann.
Good morning.
Jody Ann, as we mentioned earlier, she's a police media officer with a media and communication unit with the Rcips. And, of course, we have Ms. Delissa Hernandez in the studio. She's been holding it down.
Yes.
She's NDC's Prevention and Information Officer. Good morning again, ladies. Now, Jody Ann, it feels strange that you're not here for police business.
I know. Well, technically it is police business.
Yeah. A lot of police business, actually. Now, what is the importance of the bar or the restaurant servers striking that balance between service and responsible alcohol sales for their customers?
Okay, so, and this might be my opinion. It might not be the RCIPS opinion, right? But if you serve someone who is obviously inebriated, obviously drunk, and you continue to serve that person, and that person then goes on to cause damage in your bar, cause an incident at that bar, a lot of the times the incidents that happen at liquor license premises is because people have drank more than they were supposed to, and they're no longer in control of themselves. And so then you risk reputational damage to your business, and you also risk actual damage and loss at your business if you continue to serve more than what you know, especially if you've gone through the NDC tips program, what you know somebody should have had. And I think that the liquor license law actually covers that, where it says that bars are not supposed to serve somebody who is obviously beyond their limit.
Let me ask you a question. Take, for instance, somebody's gone into a restaurant, had more than they can handle, and God forbid they go out and get into an accident. Now, in serious accidents especially, does the RCIPS, do they actually go back to or try to trace where that the person went and have
yes, absolutely.
drinks?
So if somebody if someone meets in an accident and they're DUI, especially if the accident causes serious harm, if it's a fatal accident, God forbid, if it causes damage to somebody else's property, the driver of that vehicle obviously has been arrested, and they will be interviewed. And from that interview, questions such as, where did you go? How much did you drink? How much did you drink? Where? That type of thing will come out in the questioning process. And from there, we then have to carry out further investigations, and that may mean visiting the liquor license premises, taking statements from the bar owners or the bartenders that spoke to this person and dealt with this person to find out if what this person said is actually what took place. And from those conversations, it may arise that the bartender or the bar owner, or however it works, knew that the person was beyond their limit because of their behavior, their actions, the way that they spoke, and still made the decision to serve them. All of that is recorded as information, and when we put our package together to the DPP, they decide what to do.
Okay. So if you're a restaurant owner or bar owner, pay attention, please. No, and that would take us to tips.
Right.
You did mention tips, and I was sitting here thinking,
yes.
So is it a tip off?
No,
we get a tip off or
that's Delisa's baby, so I'll leave that to her.
That's more like Simon's baby.
Okay, so what is tips? Who is it for? For those bars and restaurants who may wish to have their staff trained to become a certified tips server or seller. What is the procedure, Delissa?
All right, so TIPS is a training program specifically offered to restaurants as well as bars who serve, as well as even other locations that serve or sell alcohol, right? This is an international training for alcohol serving. It's a 3-year certification, which will take place with servers or retailers for about 4 hours. And it's an interactive training session that's facilitated by Mr. Simon Miller and a few other facilitators that we have at the National Drug Council. The key things that are covered in this training is, being able to detect when someone has had far too many to drink, to know effectively when to cut off somebody, when they have had, far too many, without obviously offending them, because obviously when someone's intoxicated, things get a little bit more heated than it would normally when they're not. They give them the people skills to be able to deal with certain things, and they give them certain scenarios on how to deal with it. Obviously, they'll sometimes go through the law as well, or they will go through the law with the training. So it's really important, I would say, in my opinion, that every single restaurant, bar, or location that sells this alcohol to go through the training. And particularly, I can actually speak from experience when I've lived abroad. You have to measure the drink in a particular way. The drink is not served the way it is in certain areas in the Caribbean, where you just pour until you feel like that's enough. There is certain ways that you need to actually measure that, and it's for the safety of not just the person consuming, but also the safety for the establishment. So it's a really important training, and as I said, it's a global training as well. So you can take this anywhere in the world, as long as you've been certified for the 3 years, and then you can also renew that once wherever it is that you decide to move to and work in that industry.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. Want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning: Cayman Insurance Center, Optical Outlook, Cayman Medical Supplies, and TCE Paint.
2020, unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
Radio Cayman News.
Cabinet has approved the Holland America New Statendom cruise ship to call on Grand Cayman.
The Cuban government gives Cayman Airways permission to resume commercial flight service.
For the second week in a row, Cabinet used the meeting time to shift some funds.
The issue that's really worrying me is that a lot of these people were older.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
Business Buzz. Anita Khan.
You're listening to the Business Buzz, of course, and we have in the studio with us this morning PC Jodianne Powery. Jodianne is the media officer with the RCIPS, and we have the prevention and information officer, Ms. Delissa Hernandez, with the NDC. Good morning again, ladies.
Morning. Good morning.
You're all talkers. Communication, oh yeah.
That's a great thing.
And you have to know your stuff too.
Yeah.
On the fingertip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're going to put you to the test this
morning.
Oh boy. Yeah, Miss Susan made sure we put you to the test this morning.
Thanks, Miss Susan.
Yes. Now, we're talking about the NDC's Purple Ribbon Bus Campaign, the Designated Driver Program, and of course, 345 Arrive Alive Pledge. So if I don't have to be I see. I'm not gonna go out, and this is COVID times. I'm not gonna. I don't have any plans on going anywhere. But can I still have that that
keyring
for Arrive Alive pledge? Can I do that?
Yes, you can. Most certainly.
Okay.
Most certainly. You most of the restaurants on the island, we have over 80 restaurants between here and Cayman Brac are participating with the Designated Driver campaign. And, as I said, we're still out delivering. We should have everything out by Friday to all the districts. Of course, the sister islands, it's going to take a little bit longer to get to you, but we have everything ready to go. And of course, if you just want the ribbon, you can stop to whatever favorite restaurant that that you'll go to and ask the server. They're not going to just say, "Hey, here's a key ring." You have to actually request the key ring. And if they ran out of key rings, you can call 949-9000 at the National Drug Council, and we have some there as well. You can certainly pick up one or two or a couple more for your family. Yes.
How I mean this the Purple Ribbon Bus campaign especially has been around for a while, right? How has it worked through the years, Melissa?
Well, I started with the National Drug Council in 2019 as the Prevention and Education Officer, as I still am. And the reality is the fact that it's been around for almost as long as I've been alive it speaks for itself, just the fact that every year you see the decrease in incidents that are happening on a New Year's Eve or even during the month of December also speak volumes at the end of the day. Getting a campaign such as the Arrive Alive 345 campaign together is a huge feat, to say the least. At the end of the day, you have a significant amount of people and partners who collaborate to ensure that the community is safe. You have obviously the RCIPS. We have your Compass Media, Radio Cayman, speaking to people out on the airwaves and making sure that they get the information. You have the supporters, the unsung supporters. You have your sponsors as well. And of course, all the restaurants, all the bus drivers, all the volunteers to put this together. It's a huge a campaign that is just planned based on love and the thought of getting everyone home safe and everyone in that frame of mind that it is really important to not only have your life in your hands, but the lives of others in your hands and wanting you to do so and giving you the opportunities and services that are available for you to take advantage of to do that.
Who are some of your sponsors?
We have CG Britcay, we have Island Electronics Security and Monitoring, we have Kirk Motors Napa, we have Blackbeards, we have Heineken Zero, Maples Group, Cayman National Bank, National Roads Authority, Rotary Central of the Cayman Islands, Consolidated Water, Saxon Insurance, Cayman First, Rubis, and DART.
Okay, some good sponsors.
Definitely, we have amazing sponsors. And of course, those who support and have been working behind the scenes with us. We have Mr. Bodden from Cayman Airways, who has been instrumental in assisting with getting things on island. Of course, the Foster's group. We have Foster's, Mr. Woody over there, who every year sponsors the waters on all the buses, and of course has allowed us to use their facilities and locations for promotion service reasons as well. And we have this year CUC, who is assisting us with getting out our amazing flags that people will be seeing in the coming days on the roadways, and ensuring that people remember the message and remember that this holiday season we want the numbers to decrease again when it comes to road deaths and road incidents, and especially and particularly with the fact that it has been so high this year so far. We really want everyone to be safe.
And we're just happy to put a word out here on the Business Buzz. We not only put the spotlight on businesses, but we put it on road users as well.
Yes.
No. Let's go back to the process for the bars and the restaurants to sign up to Alyssa.
Mm-hmm. So
how easy it is.
It is extremely easy. So now we've made it where you can actually contact the NDC, or if you've gotten the email that says sign up or register for the program, it's just a simple click of a link, and you just say, yes, I'm taking part, and you just click that button and you're good to go. So if we've called you, if you've gotten the link, or maybe you've lost the link and you've missed the call, give us a call, 949-9000, and we can certainly get you signed up, or we'll probably be at your doorstep bringing the package, and you'll, just let one of your employees know if you're not there that you are going to be participating.
We have a lot of small bars on the island, in little corners. Do you actually reach out to those places?
Yes, we do. We have the fabulous, amazing, awesome Simon Miller, who's out in the community and ensuring that we're getting every single mom and pop, location, establishment signed up, because they're just equally as important as the others.
Good job, Simon. Keep it up. Next year it'll be Delicia's turn.
Oh, no, don't put that out there. Poor little me.
No, you have a great partnership. NDC, you have a great partnership with the RCIPS.
Yes.
And that's why Jody Ann is sitting next to you.
Yes.
Now, Jody Ann, either one of you or both of you, can you share some details on the partnership with the NDC and the role of the RCIPS to keep our roads safe?
The partnership is important because a lot of our goals, our aims, and some of the administrative stuff, they coincide with both areas. So, for instance, the lights on the bus. In order for the Purple Ribbon bus to have the flashing lights for you to know that this bus is the one that you're supposed to take, the NDC has to get approval from our commissioner in order to use them. So that's just one of the ways that the administrative stuff coincide. But in terms of overall, the overall aim, which is to save lives, to reduce accidents, to ensure that everyone gets home safely, that is our goal, as well as everyone else's, and as well as the NDC's. And so that is why the partnership is important. And we as the RCIPS, we always try our very best to be a part of any road safety campaign that is presented to us, because road safety and the preservation of life is one of our main priorities as an organization. And so,
Now, can we expect more road patrols by the RCIPS?
Absolutely. So I know you guys are familiar with Operation Quaker.
Right.
Operation Quaker started back at the end of May, beginning of June. And it was in response to the amount of fatalities that we had, because in May alone we had 2. And so far for this year we have 8, and compared to 9 last year. And so we started Operation Quaker as a high visibility and educational campaign, as well as a high prosecution campaign or enforcement. And so Operation Quaker has been absorbed by Operation Winter Guardian, which is our holiday safety operation. And it runs side by side with the Arrive Alive campaign, and which is the reason why I'm here with Delisa and for all the media appearances as well. So we will be continuing to have not just the spontaneous checkpoints, the high visibility patrol for traffic purposes, but for other crime prevention purposes as well, the thefts, the burglaries, robberies, etc.
It sounds so busy. I'm tired.
It is busy. It is the busiest season of the year.
After all that, I'm like, I need a rest. And I'm not the one doing it, right? But you guys do a great job. NDC as well as RCIPS.
Thank you. And I want to shout out our special constables, because they will be playing a vital part in bolstering our numbers so that our high visibility patrols are visible to the public, as well as the using that as our crime prevention method as well.
Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about those bus routes, and We want to say thanks to our sponsors again, Cayman Insurance Center. Thank you, Optical Outlook, Cayman Medical Supplies, and TCE Paint.
Now open on the sister island, Brack Medical Supplies. Located at 403 Gerard Smith Avenue, next to the Alexander Hotel. Open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Telephone number 948-2228. Brack Medical Supplies.
Electric bills are up, air quality is down, and apparently a global pandemic to dampen your spirits. Sherwin-Williams can help with their insulating super paint featuring zero VOC with air purifying, sanitizing, microbicidal technology. Prevent the spread of bacteria and kill up to 99% of bacteria. Improve your home air quality and fight COVID germs. Exterior insulating acrylic can reduce up to 85% solar and UV radiation. A freshly painted home can definitely lift those spirits. A brighter home, better home, air quality, and lower home CUC bills. That's a win, win, win home run. Sherwin-Williams, 150 years strong. TCE Paint Shop has 3 locations to better serve you. Cox Lumber and the original store at 27 Godfrey-Nixon Way. Call 943-0565.
It's big, it's hot, and it's sizzling. Take 25% off all fabrics at Super Stitch Fabrics. 3 days only. Thursday, December 2nd, Friday, December 3rd, and Saturday, December 4th. Fabric for dresses, fabric for skirts, fabric for blouses. Super Stitch even has fabric to cover your chairs and your what's it not.
No, me what's it not.
It's the biggest fabric clearance of the year, so don't miss it. 25% off all fabrics. Super Stitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasador Place, Smith Road, still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
The Ministry of Education invites eligible Caymanians to apply for overseas government scholarships for the 2022-2023 academic year. To apply for an overseas government scholarship or learn more about the various scholarship programs, please visit the recently upgraded scholarship application portal at www.moescholarships.gov.ky. Applications close on Monday, 31st of January, 2022.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
It's 11 minutes until 9 o'clock. In the studio, we have NDC's Prevention and Information Officer, Ms. Delissa Hernandez, and from the RCIPS, the Police Media Officer, PC Jody Ann Powery. Ladies, good morning again.
Good morning.
It's always fun when we're off cue.
Yes.
Then I forget my cue to come back on the show.
It's where we say everything we're not allowed to say on here.
Okay, Jody Ann, now you give it away. Not fun anymore. Now, what are the various pick up and drop off points, Alyssa? And let's pair the areas that'll be covered during the bus pickup.
So throughout the evening, the New Year's evening, between the hours of 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., there will be buses on both the sister islands over in the Brack, as well as here in Grand Cayman. There is a strategic route in place, right? Mm-hmm. Over in the Brack, it'll be until 2 a.m. though, on New Year's Eve. And wherever you are on either island, you will see a bus with flashing purple lights. They will be coming from the eastern districts, coming down through by a Grand Harbor, picking up people who will flag them down. You can pretend like you're in New York or in London, and you're just going to be like, taxi. And then, they'll stop for you because they're aware that that's what people will be doing, and they're going to be looking out for you. And then you'll be able to hop off that bus and in Georgetown, and then catch another bus and hop on and go to the West Bay Road. And then vice versa, you come back and it's the same kind of routine going back up. Now, every 15 to 20 minutes is when you'll see a bus, right? In some areas, obviously, it'll take a little bit longer coming down from the eastern districts because that road is much more scenic and a little bit more calm, and it's going to take a little while. But, of course, we're going to try our very best to keep within the road safety rules, considering Quaker is going to be ongoing. And we will ensure that we get everyone to their location safely. And I also want to mention that this bus is not just for people who are out partying. This bus is for people who have families and young ones who decided they didn't want to spend their gas money or, waste out the gas for bringing in for the new 2022. You can head out with your children on the bus as well, or hop on from Camana Bay and head out to the Kimpton area or Coral Beach and those places along West Bear Road. Definitely over in the BRAC, like I said, they'll be out from 9 p.m. Till 2 a.m. And it's a similar concept anywhere you are on that island. Once you see the taxi or the bus with the purple ribbon, the purple flashing lights, you wave them down. All of our social medias, both National Drug Council Instagram page, as well as Facebook, as well as Compass Media, and hopefully the RCIPS will be posting the map and the routes, right? So you can find those there as we get closer to New Year's Eve. So definitely we'll keep you. We'll be back here on Radio Cayman, because Radio Cayman is thebond.com, and they will have us. They'll have us on again throughout this month, and we'll be giving you more information on that. You
said 9 till 4 a.m.
That's right.
People, this is a Saturday night. What are you doing out till 4 a.m.,
I mean, that's what I ask people all the time. 11 o'clock, I'm yawning.
You're old.
But I'll be home.
No, sometimes, not sometimes, you have people who can become drunk and disorderly. Now, on those buses, do you have any sort of security?
We do have a partnership with the HSA, and in the past, which we haven't really had any issues. Should someone seem to have consumed a little bit more than they should have and is behaving in a particular way, they will be taken to HSA to be looked at and rehydrated and such and so forth. So definitely, we're making sure that everyone is being taken care of, being safe. It's our duty. It's the RCIPS's duty and Compass Media's duty, which is why we obviously have this campaign in place.
How about COVID protocol?
Definitely staying within the protocols. We're asking everyone to make sure that they travel with their mask. It is part of our wardrobe now, guys. So you should not forget it. If you have a very special one that you have bedazzled for New Year's Eve, make sure to leave it in your vehicle or put it in your bag or whatever it is that you'll be taking on your person with you, and have that in place. We will be sanitizing the buses as well. We'll be ensuring that we're staying within the protocols from public health.
Now, what does it take to organize a program such as this? Do you start from the time New Year's Eve ends or New Year's Day? You start to plan for the same year?
Yes.
I know that by August, I'm asking Delisa where my emails are.
Right.
So.
Yes. What will happen is on New Year's Eve, we'll say, okay, great job, everybody. This is what's going to happen. And then we'll go through with our team and make sure everyone's in place. Simon's out with like a headless chicken, making sure that everyone for the bus drivers and such are ready to go. All the signs are up. But once the early mornings of the new year is in place, everyone will be collecting, the clickers, and because we're counting people as well. The RCIPS would have already known kind of what had happened overnight. We will be in conversation the first week and ensuring that, we get all our ducks in a row to be able to communicate when we come on to Radio Cayman or Compass Media to discuss what has happened on New Year's Eve as well as for the month of December. And then we'll have our disseminations, our meetings rather, to discuss, how it all went. And then we'll discuss what are we going to do for 2022. Okay. So if you have an idea and there's something, a listener out there that is interested in wanting us to add to the program, no problem. If you're a supporter or have been a supporter in the past or would like to be a supporter and you're interested in signing on this year coming, as a sponsor, give me a call, 949-9000, or one of the folks over at Compass Media. If you're someone who would love to see the Purple Ribbon campaign continue throughout the year, or if you want it at your event, we will be able to give you an information and send you and point you in the right direction. It is something that, we do work on year round. We do start to actually go full on and working on this come this summer, as Jody alluded to earlier. And we're back and forth literally as early as July.
How many buses do you have operating this year?
This year we have about 10 buses.
10 buses.
Yes.
Now, how often do they travel that route? I mean, what time period? Like half an hour?
15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20
yes.
minutes. So waiting is not that long.
It shouldn't be that long, no.
Okay.
And we're working on something to try to be able to have it where you're aware as to where the buses are or if the bus is on its way. But, of course, we're working on it. And hopefully we'll get it done for this year. If not, we'll definitely 2022.
A proper ribbon app?
Possibly. Wink, wink.
We can look forward, That'd be a great idea.
It would be.
Now, can you guys go to, whichever part you take, Miss Winter Guardian, can you recap the designated driver program, the proper ribbon bus on New Year's Eve, and the 345 Arrive Alive pledge?
All right. So in this 21st anniversary of the Arrive Alive 345 campaign, we have already launched the Purple Ribbon Pledge. You can log on to Compass Media's website. Take the pledge. Go pick up your sticker from Compass Media. We have launched the Designated Driver campaign part of this program. Yesterday, head out to your favorite restaurant or watering hole, and they will have a key ring. Request a key ring if you don't already have one from last year, the little cute purple small ones that should be on your keys. Present that as a designated driver. Get your free non-alcoholic beverage. And on New Year's Eve, please arrive alive into the new year. Let's just pretend we're in Y2K and we're going on a time machine and we're headed forward and take the Purple Ribbon bus, and just enjoy your evening. It's really important. Remember your children, your friends, your family has plans with you next year. Let's not ruin those plans. You have plans for you next year. Let's not ruin those plans by not taking advantage of the things that are in place for you to arrive alive. This coming new year, of course. I also want to make sure that everyone remembers to please make sure to pledge not to drink and drive over the holiday season. And overall, just practice safe driving. Road rage is a thing. We do have it here on the island. Most of us suffer from it on a daily basis. But try to remember that there's a lot more to be thankful for, and that's what we're hoping people take advantage of is remembering that the importance of life. And of course, shout out to all our sponsors and Radio Cayman for always being there and supporting this campaign.
We're the bomb.
Yes, you are.
Any last words from you, Jodianne?
Absolutely. So I just want to remind everybody that Operation Winter Guardian, incorporated with Operation Quaker, is out there this and every day and every night. Please be safe. I know that this is the season for Christmas parties. From your house, from your workplaces and stuff like that. I want to encourage businesses to use the shuttle service, and if you need assistance with finding shuttle services, I'm sure the NDC would be happy to help because they are in connection with those people. And I also want to encourage the employees that when your employers do provide a shuttle service, please use it, utilize it. Don't let it go to waste. It's for your benefit. And just be safe out there.
I feel so enlightened. I feel so safe. And I want to encourage our listeners also to utilize the bus service. I mean, I love traveling the bus. Just make sure you take your mask, okay? And everyone, please stay safe. I want to say thanks to Jodianne Powery. Jodianne, of course, as we know, is a police media officer with the Media and Communications Unit at the RCIPS. And, of course, joining us in the studio is Ms. Delissa Hernandez. Delissa is a spokesperson for NDC, and she's a Prevention and Information Officer. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Optical Outlook, Cayman Medical Supplies, and TCE Paint. Thanks to Ralph. He was our first our guest on the first segment this morning. And to all our listeners, our YouTube viewers, and of course, our producer of the Business Buzz, Ms. Susan Watson. Until next Tuesday, December 7th, when we bring another Business Buzz, And please stay safe. Remember to mask up, keep your hands sanitized, practice social distancing if possible, and if possible at all, vaccinate.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. Optical Outlook, now at their new location in Anderson Square. Come see the difference with Optical Outlook. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And TCE Paint Shop, with 3 locations to better serve your home decor needs. Cox Lumber, Sparky Drive, Cox Lumber, Bodden Town, and the original store at 27 Godfrey Nixon Way.
Follow Radio Cayman on Twitter. All the latest information, breaking news, community